Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. If you love getting right into the thick of Springbok rugby chat, well, make sure you hit subscribe to Rugby Obsession. You get loads more of this. Today, we're diving headfirst into a pretty fascinating piece. It's called Bok Barometer Props, Pecking Order Favorites to Start, New Look Bomb Squad. So our mission really is to unpack what people are thinking right now about the Springboks prop selections. We're looking at, who's likely for the starting spots and also who's pushing for that legendary bomb squad. We'll explore what's driving these really crucial front row decisions.
Yeah, and you can see straight away from the article just how much discussion there is around the Bok props right now, especially, with Steven Kitshoff moving on. That's a big gap, 83 test matches. I mean, that's an incredible contribution. And the article, well, it rightly flags his departure right at the start.
Absolutely. Huge boots to fill. But there's also a lot of buzz around Retshegofaditswe Tshego Nché, or Ox as everyone knows him. The article really pushes how he seems to have stepped up, especially in those big games like against Ireland, New Zealand, Australia. What kind of jumped out at you from the article's take on his rise?
Well, what I found really interesting was how it zeroes in on his role in that World Cup semi against England. That specific moment.
Yeah.
Coming back from 15 to 6 down in a match like that takes something massive. And the piece really credits Ox Nché with helping swing that momentum. It specifically mentions how he disrupted the English scrum when it mattered. It suggests, more than just holding his own, a real decisive impact.
Yeah, it's quite something. The article mentions he's consistently put opposition scrums under the pump. Yeah. That kind of disruption time after time, well, that can completely change a game at this level, can it? Okay, so shifting over to Tighthead side. Frans Malherbe, no surprises there, really. He's tipped to carry on at number 3. Why do you think that consistency he brings is just so highly rated?
The article really highlights his reputation, doesn't it? That stability, the sheer strength, and just, well, being incredibly reliable in the scrum. In international rugby, and especially in those tight forward battles, having that kind of dependable rock, it's invaluable. It just lets the whole pack build around him with confidence.
Okay, right. Let's get into that other big Springbok thing, the bomb
Yeah.
squad. This article definitely underlines how vital that bench power has become for their success lately. And hey, if you're finding this deep dive into the bomb props useful, just a quick reminder to subscribe to Rugby Obsession for more.
Absolutely. Yeah, that whole strategy, unleashing a fresh, powerful front row later in the game, it's become like a real Springbok trademark. The piece points to Gerhard Steenkamp as a strong contender for that number 17 jersey. It highlights his power, sure, but also his versatility playing for the Bulls. What does that versatility add to the bomb squad mix, do you think?
Well, it gives options, right? Flexibility.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, the article also notes that the veteran Vincent Koch is still definitely in the picture. His future plans might be up in the air a bit, but his experience, that must count for a lot with the coaches, surely.
Oh, undeniably. Yeah, that big game experience, you just can't manufacture that. And
Yeah.
what's also getting attention, according to the article, is how well Wilco Liu has been playing for the Bulls in the URC. His scrummaging dominance there is clearly putting him right in the frame for a bomb squad spot. It really shows the depth, doesn't it? The depth in South African rugby.
And it's not just the guys playing in SA either. The article makes a point of mentioning Thomas du Toit too. Says his performances over in England have been impactful, putting him in that bomb squad conversation as well. It speaks volumes about the talent pool.
Yeah, and connecting all that, the article wraps up with a pretty bold statement, actually. It says the Springbok scrum is seen as like the most dominant and the bomb squad the most explosive in the world game, which, isn't just fluff. It reflects what we've seen, the strategic edge they've built.
And it's great, isn't it, how the article frames the depth and talent in SA rugby so positively, giving credit to the strong local leagues for, well, helping produce this kind of power. It definitely makes you feel optimistic about the Bok front row's future.
It does, and it leads straight into this question, which the article puts right out there. Which props should start for the Boks? Also, which 2 props have propelled their way into the coveted Bok bomb squad?
You can tell the writer really wants to know what the fans are thinking about these key calls.
Exactly. Yeah, they're actively asking people, you listening, to chime in. Put your thoughts in the comments below the article or send a WhatsApp. It just shows you, doesn't it? The passion and the debate that always swirls around Bok selections.
And what's really positive, I think, is that mix you see. You've got the proven, seasoned guys, and then these exciting players pushing through. It creates that healthy competition, which, at the end of the day, can only be good for the Springboks. So, yeah, as we wrap up this Rugby Obsession deep dive, We've gone pretty deep into the dynamics around the Springbok props, looked at the likely starters, the big contenders for the bomb squad, all based on the thinking in this insightful article.
It really is quite something, the sheer amount of front row talent South Africa has right now. It means fierce competition and, well, a really promising outlook for their pack moving forward.
Definitely. So what are your thoughts on all this? Who makes your starting front row? Who gets onto that bomb squad? We genuinely want to hear from you. Head to the comment section of the article, share your views. We're keen to see what you reckon. And for more deep dives like this one, please do subscribe to Rugby Obsession. Thank you for listening to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive, and we look forward to you joining us for our next episode.